Guys, I can't get over Ben and Jed. Why are they both so pretty?
Hold up.
It's a teeny tiny mic clipped to my blanket. It's gonna happen. He's gonna come back, but she's just not thinking about it right now. Cole made half the dark fucking objects, and Cammy gave Hope all her dark objects when she died. I mean, why not thank her? Come on.
Like, thank you.
I guarantee you, Danielle has been the gay awakening for a fuck ton of people. Of it. I feel like throwing up. I really miss that feeling.
Everything that Hope grabs, I just want to be. She looks.
That outfit looks so fucking good. Like, what? It's not even fucking fair.
Her earrings too. They're longer earrings.
She's got to be part god. I'm sorry, but there's no fucking way that she exists.
I had that. I can't words. This is not going to be a good episode for me.
Abba didn't create what was new in that world. Because if she did, then all she would have had to do was just take Hope out of that situation, but she created a whole new world.
It seems like Hope's blood can make anybody sire to her.
Yeah.
Because she's a freaking tribrid.
Yeah, she's not a regular vampire.
Hey guys, it's Iz.
Hey guys, it's Naj.
Hey, it's Robyn.
Hey guys, it's Finn.
And today we're here with season 4 of September review to Legacies. If you can't tell, we're kind of tapping with excitement.
I'm on fucking overdrive this episode. So
The story
good.
of my life. The story of my life. And I knew.
Oh my god.
I can't say
so good.
That's
This
Okay.
is so good.
Okay,
It was
first off, let's get into the Ben part of it. I fucking told you he was a god.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love Ben.
I love his
I-
background story.
Did he say?
Oh my god, him and Jen?
Did he say at the end that he confirmed he was Prometheus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah, and I think he corrected like what Jill was saying as well.
Yeah, he said there was no eagles.
Yeah. Oh my
That's-
god.
Okay,
And we
and
got the confirmation
that he's gay.
that he's gay.
And the stairs.
Was there? No way. He said, why can't you stay at the
Jed?
school? No, freaking.
Jed, you are too loud, honey.
Loud.
Too fucking loud.
The glass window is see-through. Okay, boo. The way that he did, like, he defended Ben twice. Ben twice before anybody else could. Defend your man, boo.
Ben Levin, I know what you did there. That's all I'm gonna.
That kind. I think
The way
that
they looked at
flooded
each other.
at the end too.
The ending with the beers.
Oh,
Where Jed had like the beer to his mouth and he's like staring.
Yeah, the stare.
Respectfully, listen.
Oh, we're
That
starting.
flooded my whole head. I can't think of anything else. Flooded my head.
Okay, look. When they were on screen together the first time, I was like, okay, I ship it. But now,
But no, the buzz. They might be number 2. They might be number 2.
okay.
Be number 2.
Who is Jen then? Because she's obviously related to Ben in some way.
Yeah, she's a god.
Yes, she's a god.
But
When I saw her
God,
fly,
He's Prometheus. Who is she?
We gotta look up the family tree now.
because when I saw her fly, I was like, not. Oh my god.
This is once again. At this point, guys, we have to expect they're gonna be pulling shit from Buffy
Hello,
because
Lord.
there's no fucking way Glory just showed up in this.
Right?
Like, are you
Jen is Glory.
There's no fucking way.
Jen
And the fact that it reminds me exactly of how when Glory was fighting with Buffy and Buffy was like, what? Like, and then the Hope was like, ow. Like, they made them look like they didn't do anything.
Okay, but then Buffy season 5 also has a character named Ben.
Oh,
Well, I didn't get to that yet, but
Well, he's a human. It's fine. It's not a spoiler.
Oh no, Ben! I know Ben. Never mind. Why you take that bitch?
I was
Ben?
like,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. I was like, how the fuck did you not get there yet? I'm pretty sure you.
Yeah, I was like Ben.
Because he was a.
Because I didn't like him. That's why I said he was
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. But there's.
And that makes sense because we don't care about spoilers, but Ben helps the god
Glory.
and Buffy.
Yeah.
And Ben is sisters with this god.
Okay, anyone? Okay, no spoilers past what 512.
Yeah, I'm about to watch 512.
Yeah, so no spoilers in the comments past 512 of Buffy, please. The fact that Glory fucking showed up, like it's just.
It exactly, and just like no, but the thing is that they had too much attention on Jen, and I was like, oh my god, Jennifer, Jen, our baby, and then. Because Jennifer said to be, she's excited for a character, guess who? And I'm like, oh, Jennifer. But she was too enthusiastic because the whole class didn't know anything about the question that part of Miss asked. And she was like, oh, my dude. I was like, no, it's giving too much. Then she's like, oh, I'm interested to hear more about what you're talking about in class. And I'm like, huh?
Didn't Jennifer say something about that though?
She stole it. And the first of all, I don't even know how the fuck she even knew what's in there. Did she sense it? Because how did she just assume? Like, how did she just know that it was in there?
I mean, god damn it! I wish I could talk about something, but I can't.
Okay, so my question is the sarcophagus or whatever that fucking thing was? It's destroyed now, right?
Mm-hmm. But
Jen,
if she was drawn to it, then Ben must have been in there or something.
Someone was in there.
Someone was in there.
Ben had to have been in there because otherwise,
he had to go to torture.
All the monsters would have been drawn to him.
Yeah. The fuck is
in there for torture.
But what if?
But why doesn't Jen? No monsters are drawn to Jen. They're all drawn to Ben.
Yeah, because she didn't betray him. Like she didn't betray the gods.
Mm.
I don't know if she's full god or not, but she didn't betray.
She has some type of power.
She picked up that huge thing.
Yeah, because I thought she was a werewolf because of the other thing
Like shoot it in the sky.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was
not. Get high and then she just flies away.
Yeah, she flew away like fucking Superman.
I just want to bring up, we can talk about later, but Lizzie's high bitch.
We will talk about Lizzie as a vampire afterwards because
it's a whole subject.
That's a whole subject.
Wait.
But Ben,
go ahead. No, I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna bring up something in a second.
Is it about Ben and Jen?
No.
Okay. So Jen, like, she's a reoccurring character, so obviously she has something to do with the god storyline because Hope was like, oh no, she's a god.
Yeah.
So now they're dealing with a god. Isn't it convenient that where Hope is, there's a god, and then where the school is, there's another god? Like.
Yeah, I was about to say in my reaction that it's going to be like a battle between them. It has to be.
Well, Ben did say in the beginning, what the difference between, like, monsters are the worst of your problems.
To be honest, I think Jen is more so. I mean, because I guess Ben is more going. He's going to be like a character now to us. So he's going to be her problem because they're immune to magic, which means any spells that they do can't work.
Okay. He mentioned a box. Okay, and my first instinct was Pandora.
Okay.
So if he released magic into the world, which is what Pandora did with the box, and we thought the wish box was going to be something. Okay, all this Greek mythology is just like
too much.
And then there's still that Greek urn, which reanimates spirits. When Vardamus saw those urns and he like had like the white one, I thought for sure. Anyways,
I thought he saw the one that they were talking about in 3 or 5, and then he just went past it to grab the other one.
All of those urns are up there. I guarantee you that urn is fucking there. Anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, but let's go back to like the damn Jen and Ben though. Like so do you think that Jen is more so a Hope problem or just a Ben problem? Because if they're just pretty much saying that the magic is unfavorable to them.
Go ahead.
But Lizzie might be a match because she touched Jen, and Jen was kind of like, oh shit, like, and she can do infinite siphoning. So maybe she could be a match, but I don't know. If magic is unfavorable,
gods are a hope thing.
I think it's more so.
I think Hope is like involved with it. Obviously, she's involved now, but I do think the God thing is going to be more so just Ben.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Okay,
I don't really see.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go
I
ahead.
was going to say what I was saying before is Pandora is linked to Prometheus. Because after Prometheus gave men, had stolen the fire from heaven and bestowed it upon mortals, Zeus wanted to counteract that, and he created Pandora.
Okay.
So what if Jen is Pandora?
Didn't y'all say that in a previous podcast episode?
Well, we did say, because we thought that the wish box was Pandora, and what was the last thing that was left in Pandora's box? Hope. Pandora married Prometheus's brother.
We are too stoned to speak.
No, but okay. No, wait. So did Jen just come there to like collect that and thought that Ben was in there, or she just was coming just to collect the cape because clearly Ben is Roman freed? Like,
but the thing is, could she sense it? Like I think you said.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, how did she know? Because obviously, like, it's convenient that she's there at this random class, listening to this shit on her free time, and then
But she also goes there.
Yeah, like she's going to go to a random class, conveniently just know that Hope is something important, and then goes to the class unless she does this routinely. But it doesn't seem like she comes to the class all the time.
Mm-mm.
Like, so just her first time just deciding to magically go into his office. Come on.
Like
she can sense it, like how the monsters can sense Ben. They can sense higher beings or higher power around them. Cause there's no way. So oh my gosh, so Ben is gonna be like, he's gonna be like on his main story tease, because that's him and Jen. Him and Jen is not the problem. I feel like Hope is just gonna be like, yo, like that bitch kind of hit me. She may help, try to help.
She said, "Ouch."
Yeah, she was like, damn. It literally reminds me of like, it reminds me of that Buffy scene so much. But anyways, yeah, like I feel like she may help, but it's not her problem. Her problem is humanity. But the good thing is I'm happy she admitted that with her humanity of she was being reckless, because that damn thing with Aurora, Hope had never let that slip. But her main thing is Aurora now. Ben has got Jen, but he don't know Jen is here.
Hope is using anything she can to distract herself.
Literally.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, when she grabbed Landon's key and was like,
Okay, let's get into that. First off, we thought we were going to get Handon crumbs. We did get a mention of the greatest destroyer of all is love, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's what I took that from.
And we got the Landon key. Now, everyone's name had keys. She purposely avoided that key and then was finally like, fine, okay. And then you went, obviously we don't see. She said
literally was like, fuck it. She was literally like, fuck it, fine.
Yeah, because the fact that she even wants like her dad's as like the first one.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
but daddy issues.
She said she used Lizzie's key because but what she did is she distracted herself because Lizzie was a problem for her at the time because Lizzie was trying to kill her. So Hope was trying to get back. But had Lizzie not shown up and done that, her biggest problem, or not problem, but like thing is Landon, and she knows it. That's why she was avoiding the key in the first place.
Yeah, and I technically think that if Lizzie never came, Hope would have to deal with that, and we would have probably had to fight. But the thing is that do you think? Because I thought we were going to get some flashbacks because that's what the time was for. But of course, it's for dumb like coins. And once again, coins was mentioned. But yeah, like, so I honestly think that if Lizzie never came, Hope would have got to touch the key. But also, that raises question to how many fucking stakes do Lizzie have? We thought she just had 2. She made 3. Actually, made more than one of her.
Bitch pulled it from her hair.
Yeah, it's like a pencil. Like and like it had decor on it. Like I'm gonna need her to elaborate how the fuck she even how she made that. Now I gotta think about how many steaks she made because we thought she just made 2 big ass steaks. She's over there crafting on that desk for hours. That's what I'm getting. So I'm just like, cool. And then we didn't see Ethan. I mean, besides the fact that pray the Lord, MG, you finally realized that you were being a hypocrite. Sure, by all means, that. But I mean, I thought it was some Handon crumbles, but I kind of expected. No.
Okay.
I expected nothing.
Okay, going back on my theory.
Yeah, go back on your theory.
So, it was something when the Cleo put the barrier spell up, right? And like obviously Jed couldn't get through, but Ben could have got through. That reminded me of 304 when Landon was able to pass through the barrier spell to get to the school with a necromancer. Going back on the part God theory.
I think it's because he was human.
It could be, yeah, but like if we think, because like I think it's human, but like if we're going down like the Landon is a god because of he has the fire of Prometheus.
Wait a second. So magic has no effect on gods, right?
Magic, yeah. Landon had no magic in his blood.
Season 1. Why wasn't Landon slugged?
Yeah, he had. Yeah, we mentioned that he has no trait. Well, we didn't know about him being immune to magic, but we knew
he had no magic in his blood. Yeah,
he had no magic traits in the blood, which everyone should have. That's what Emma said. Everybody should have some trace. But we just thought it was because Malibu, but he has blood, human blood.
But Clark.
So who was out here? Who was out? So what demigod got absorbed in Malibu? Was it Jenna? Was it Jennifer? Like, who got absorbed in there? Or was it due to one of the monsters that's created for him?
But then that doesn't make sense because the Oni possessed Landon, right? Was it because he was willing? This makes no sense.
Yeah, because if honestly, listen, if they do try to make it seem like Landon is a demigod or some sort, that means that there's a lot of more inconsistencies. I feel like obviously writers can't predict what they're going to write 4 seasons down the line, so that's why they may, rewrite some things in history. But like, yeah, like how you going to mention the guy's being immune to magic, but then he has no magic in his thing, and we thought that since he was in Malibu that it was probably the main thing, but then he was possessed by the Oni. But once again, maybe, but it was a mind. But it was a mind.
The thing is, but Malivore, he is the son of Malivore, so technically he should be able to.
Yeah, but once again, Malivore is made to get these monsters. So what if Malivore was made with something from a god? Because if he's made to absorb these monsters were obviously made. Well, no, which is for if he was made to consume any monster, then he had to consume something that was obviously God related or God made for Ben.
Because Malivore was made after Ben.
Yeah, it was made after like every werewolves and witches and stuff like that. So the God, the Ben monster's been out for a while.
Malivore was made to eat these monsters, right? To rid these monsters. The only thing he couldn't touch were vampires, witches, and werewolves. So was Ben pulling the strings to these counterparts in order to have this golem made? Because like Pandora was made out of clay as well. Like it was Ben pulling the strings. If the monsters are after him, or if he made the monsters, did he make something to counteract the monsters as well?
It's possible because these monsters have been out for a while. And if now is what, and I don't know. He could probably make that to like save himself some time, because if the monsters are made for him and they're getting consumed, then he saved himself. But I don't think he pulled the strings completely. I just think that due to the witches and werewolves and vampires making that Malivore, it also saved him time. But if they're always on the run to chase Ben, how would Malivore be able to do that unless Malivore was chasing after the monsters while monsters were chasing after Ben? So, like, I don't understand how it would fully work, if anything. Like, is Malivore just a separate thing? Like, I'm confused. So, it's interesting. I don't know. You would think, because if he's made to get all the monsters, and Ben was the reason why the monsters were created, but also, even though Ben was the reason for it, he wasn't the creator of it. Like,
Could he have
some
been
of the humans created because they're power hungry. So I'm wondering if the humans created those monsters or they became monsters because they were so hungry with power. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
They made a story.
Yeah, like he made it seem like it was due to the monster, like the humans, like being power hungry with them. So
Yeah, his story seemed very like it seemed familiar, like how Clark was explaining it in season 1. Like he was trying to help the humans, and then the humans got basically, along with Triad, got like power hungry, and then
Yeah, because they were throwing everyone they could into the pit.
yeah.
And do you remember in the Ginny episode, Triad, Klaus turned his humanity off. They said in that third world when hope would never existed, that Klaus lost everything to his, like all the whatever to his humanity, and he turned it off. And that was what gave Triad its platform to stand on to hunt supernaturals. Now, Hope has kept saying this whole time, I am my father's daughter, and her humanity is off. And now, like, it's possible that Triad, because they were hungry with power and trying to erase all of these monsters, that it could be like a parallel to that world specifically.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Like, I just want to know if I don't really want to see. I don't know if the Malivore spectrum will be related to Ben, but now since we know that monsters are mostly due to him, in a sense, I feel like things could connect. But I really hope that we find out if Land is related to that or not. Because if he's not, then okay, well, then why doesn't he have no trace of supernatural? Like, is it just because he's human? I mean, because he was Malivore. Like, that's the thing I want to know. Or maybe was Malivore there to create to clean out and sweep out the hungry, crazy power ones? But that was like a long ass time ago. So,
but I think was it season 2 when they did the DNA test on Clark, and they found out he was everything because he was made from Malivore's mud. But I'm not sure if they found powers inside of him.
So technically, Malivore could have consumed one of those monsters that were made from the magic from the gods, or the one that's been hunting Ben. He could have consumed either or, which means that whatever Landon was merged with, besides the Phoenix, could be the reason why he doesn't have any traces of like magic in his blood. But also can mean that technically there could be multiple supernaturals that can be merged in Landon then. Or not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. So.
I mean, like, okay, do you notice that they are really, like, obviously Jennifer pointed this out in her, like, when we did an episode with her,
yeah.
How Hope is really avoiding anything to do with Lennon, with his name, with anything. And you could see that in the way with the key. Now, the way that they're purposely, they're not bringing him up. They don't have Hope bringing him up. They don't have Lizzie bringing him up. They don't have the Super Squad bringing him up. There's no funeral. There was no nothing.
They don't even have him bringing it up because
No,
I would have expected him to say something about how Alert just randomly said Hope is on a rampage. I was happy about that line for weeks, and he just literally was just like, okay, well, Ralph and this and that, which I'm happy that we talked about with trauma, mentioned trauma in his past. I love that, but like he didn't say nothing about why is Hope on a rampage? Like nothing.
Well, I think that he probably, because it probably was explained before, so Landon knows, right? Because like when they had that conversation in the bedroom, in Hope's bedroom, he had said, yeah, because I wanted to know what you knew. So I actually do think Alaric had told him, But I think Landon's smart enough to understand why Hope is on a rampage because she literally had to kill him. So
Yeah,
like,
and plus he also, I mean, he kind of expected it in the letter. He expected her to like pull away.
He said don't pull away, and so I think he kind of expected it. Yeah. So, but the thing is the fact that they're not saying anything, like they're doing a lot of this hizzy team up and stuff like that, which is amazing. And then they have them separate from the school, Hope separate from the school focused on monster stuff. So nothing's really been said about Landon, which means to me, feels like the reunion and what's going to happen is going to be big, because the less you talk about it, the bigger it's going to be.
Yeah. And like, to be honest, you would think, because why would Cleo mention and MG mention how they miss like Lizzie, Josie, Caleb, but no one's going to talk about how Hope don't miss Landon? Like, come on.
But we know that that's her humanity trigger. We know, because obviously you could see the way that she acted with the key. She was like, fine, because she knows too that Landon is her emotional trigger.
Of course, or at least significant enough to have her feel some emotion.
Yeah, so she's avoiding every fucking thing she possibly can that reminds her of him. Like, that's why she's on the run. Why do you think she left the school? Because when she stayed there in 306, look how many memories she had. Every room, she said, every room I go in reminds me of him. That's why she left the school. That's why she didn't go back, is because there's so many, and it's the same. She doesn't feel that she belongs there without him, because there's so many memories, and she doesn't want to remember those because she turned her humanity off.
Exactly. But like, I'm not surprised. I feel like conveniently everything that's been happening to her is easily a distraction between Aurora and then now Lizzie and stuff like that. And even though she tried to say that she's annoyed by it, she's kind of happy that this stuff happened because she doesn't have to think about Landon and the choices that it is. Because when she came back to school, she pretty much got all the stuff that her and Landon went through thrown in her face. And especially with that letter, it was to top it off. You saw how fast she wanted to leave the school afterwards? She just had distractions to minimize her actually thinking about it. And I feel like, obviously, Humanity Hope is going to last for a while because, once again, y'all complain about her having no storyline. Here it is. But also, it also just, like, once again, it kind of prolongs because now we have the new dynamic between Heretic Lizzie and also, Tribal Hope. And also the sire bond between them now and then how they're going to interact. But I don't think they're going to stay together for a long time. I feel like at some point, MG will try to look for her regardless. I'm surprised that he didn't look for her sooner, but I think it's been the same day, right? Like MG said it was the same earlier, he said. So it makes like it's probably the same day or the next day. But at some point, Liz is going to return back to the school. And I wonder how long Hope is going to be out on their way. Because she can only hold in so much, if anything. But who knows? But I'm shocked that Artemis didn't die. I thought he was fucking dead. I thought he was literally gone. And I was like, damn, like she killed him. How she killed him was so badass. She just got like a sword, sliced him, and then just bit him. Like, and then was like, oh, gross. Like it was nasty, but she didn't even want it to happen. She was like, ugh. And then she was like,
then she was showing off her things to
right, like it was so cute. Like she's so annoying. Okay, but when she was like, ew.
When she bit her own arm, she goes, God, they make it seem like it's less painful.
Right, Hope did it with ease. Like when she became a tournament, Hope literally did it with ease.
Yeah. Well, Hope has never fed. We haven't seen Hope feed. But Lizzie is the most realistic vampire in the entirety of the show. Entirety of TVD, entirety of the originals.
Exactly. Like, she said so many things we wondered in 2 minutes. One, how the fuck when they bite themselves, they don't hurt, do it hurt? Two, the blood, she's so unapologetically herself.
And then when she tried to run and she ran into the door
and clumsy because she could, she's still getting a hang of it. And I think, but the thing is, one thing I'm questioning is since magic doesn't work on the god, did Lizzie, if Jen was human, would the compulsion work? Because it didn't work because Jen's a god. But if she wasn't, would the compulsion worked? Because that's why Jen didn't stay.
Compulsion didn't work on Landon.
Yeah, and Landon wasn't a phoenix yet. He had no magic in him.
Which
means
the
compulsion should have worked on him.
Exactly.
Because he had no magic in his body.
Exactly.
They couldn't siphon him, and yet he couldn't be compelled.
Oh yeah, we're cracking down, bitch. I'm happy I said that. I feel kind of a little smart a little bit. Let me pat myself on the back. But yes, Lizzie's hands down one of the most realistic vampires we have. We stand. Obviously, I'm excited to see her and Hope's duel in their like their dynamic now because Lizzie can't kill her. So like, oh my gosh, she's basically has to protect her.
Mhm.
That's fucking insane. Which means that if Hope can make an army. She don't even need a fucking alpha pack. She make a fucking army of protectors.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about that. Because Hope obviously is no normal vampire. And we know her blood is going to be different. It was the same with Henry, even though he was a wolf vampire. It was the same when Tyler stole her blood when Haley was pregnant with her. But she also technically sired Haley too. And so, and Haley, I mean, yes, she was a wolf. Now, it's not just a vampire thing because Lizzie is also not an ordinary vampire. Lizzie theoretically is a hybrid. She's just a hybrid of two different. She's just not a wolf and a vampire. She's a witch or a siphoner and a vampire, which is a completely different story than a regular vampire. So a regular vampire, like that whole thing, is not going to be the same as a vampire sire bond. More than likely, like, I'll bet anything, it's a hybrid bond like Klaus did with like Tyler and that, and like Hope had done with Henry. Because I just, like, they're not regular vampires, or they're not regular.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like her blood is different from anything else. Like, more so, she's able to control more easily by saying anything. She doesn't have to compel. She just have to say. Don't even have like Simon Says without even saying Simon Says. So her blood is going to be more different, but I'm wondering how they're going to use it because I think she has to say it. And the thing is that she didn't even. I assumed in the beginning that Liz, like that Hope somehow in the midst of Lizzie waking up in 409, was that she kind of compelled her to never harm her. That's what I thought. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe she compelled her to never hurt her because she knows that Lizzie will probably not trying to hunt her down. But then when Vardaman tried to attack her, then she protected Hope from the axe. I was like, okay, so how can that be? So the fact that she doesn't even have to do anything, she doesn't have to compel, she doesn't have to force them to do anything. It just happens.
Because this is the first heretic that was made out of a hybrid or tribrid's blood. So this is all brand new. So all the rules are going to be different. Same as the rules are different for Hope. Same as the rules, like, none of the heretics that we've known before have ever been turned by a hybrid. They've all just been turned by regular vampires. So this is a whole new, like, it's not going to be the same as anything else that we've seen before.
The fact that Lizzie didn't know it was Hope's blood.
Well, because also the thing is if Hope wasn't even a vampire when she's giving her blood up to heal people. If it was in the infirmary, that means it was being used to heal everyone, not just wolves not just vampires who had wolf bites, which means her blood, because think about it, her blood healed Josie, who was a witch. She wasn't a vampire at the time.
Yeah.
So her blood obviously has different properties than a regular vampire. So, like for me, I honestly think, like, Hope could make a whole fucking army. I'm pretty sure we talked about that before, is why didn't Hope just make, like, a whole fucking army? But now, like, I don't think it even crossed her mind or whatever, because she just, like, didn't care. But now I think, like, that's kind of where this is going. And I'm almost positive that in 412, that those scenes that we saw of the two of them having that discussion is when Lizzie or when Hope is finally like, okay, I'm going to let you go. Because she realizes that, like, because Lizzie had said, this takes away my agency. And we know Hope's, like, yeah, she doesn't have her humanity on, but something's going to happen where she's going to force Lizzie to do something And you could already see Lizzie was already fighting against it. She didn't want to do that. Like, she didn't want to, follow Hope to the ends of the earth to do whatever it is that, Hope wanted her to do. She actually wanted to go home, but Hope wouldn't let her go home.
Yeah, she didn't even want to lie to, like, MG as well. So it has to be something that's, like, big to where Hope will finally let her go. I mean, there's going to be some point in time where Hope's going to have to let her go regardless. But I'm wondering, is Aurora the only thing that can keep Lizzie to stay? Like, oh yeah, Lizzie's like, yeah, I mean, she's on top of my list, but like, would that even be enough for her to be forced to sit there and fight? Because I'm listening. I mean, obviously they're not going to be together for like the whole series. Like, they're going to separate at some point because Lizzie has to make it seem like she's working on herself with her mom, and obviously I feel like MG might, or one of them at school might find out that it's a lie and try to look for her. Or maybe the case should just probably come back before then, but at some point something has to happen for us to like puzzle it together. But who knows?
Yeah. I just don't think this is just a normal thing. Like, I definitely think
I've heard blood is something different, and I obviously feel like they wouldn't have touched it. What if Hope makes an army to help with Ben fight against Jen? Let me stop. Lucifer season 5. I mean, season 5. Let me stop. Anyway,
What side would Jed choose?
Ben's side.
Yeah, of course. No, but I'm saying, so like, I'm not saying that Hope make an army against Ben, but mostly her working with Ben to go against Jen, because now Jen is her problem. Well, not really her problem fully, but she just puts Hope with ease. Hope probably not gonna let that slide.
I mean, this Hizzy matchup, either way, no matter what kind of sire bond it is like amazing. We love it. We're living for it. And like the two of them with their banter, even today's episode was just like
it was
hi bitch, and like,
what we deserve. But honestly, I'm just excited to see it. I'm more so excited to see how they're going to work together, because now they're going to be trying to find Aurora. So maybe that's what they're going to be doing now, which is another Hope distraction. But let's talk about Landon and the two dumbasses. Was I arguing until Landon was like, "Get your fucking head together."
Okay, first off,
to get them grown ass men.
First off, the fucking riddle. Pia and I were sitting in fucking chat half of the show trying to decipher this fucking riddle, thinking it was deeper than it actually was, and it was literally the clock tower and a fucking genie.
Okay, but didn't we say that? I remember saying it, I think on my live or something like that. That was like, I hope the riddle was just straightforward. I remember saying that. I was like, I hope the riddle was just straightforward, because we don't got time for that.
The riddle is, if you pray twice a day beneath the false face, you'll be as blue in the face as I am. Who am I?
Yeah, twice a day, the hands, clock, and then genie.
Yeah.
So my thing is,
okay,
is Landon going to make a wish to go to the school to think that Hope is there and she's not? So he technically wasted a fucking wish.
Okay, Naj, I don't know if you heard it, but when they walked into the bar, Elvis was singing.
I told you he's gonna be in limbo. Why can't this? Was he even casted for 14? Like, or they hinted to us because were they in cahoots with the writers for the movie? Because not only am I dodging this shit, but I'm dodging the movie as well. Never be at peace. I would never be at peace.
Bella better not watch that scene.
Y'all was waiting for me. I didn't even put it together. I wasn't even caring about this man. I was caring about how we had 2 minutes left and they just got in the bar. You mean tell me Elvis was twerking on stage?
Okay, the other thing, did you happen to see what the drink of the day was?
No, but I'm guessing you did.
We didn't look at the details. Bestie, what the
well, I did, but also Pia did too, so creds to Pia. The drink of the day is Corpse Revival #2.
Oh.
What? How did you even see that?
How did you have time to see that?
It was so fast. Wasn't it when he was tobacco's turn?
Gosh, damn! I must have been looking at Landon because
I was looking at the back, and I was like, I was thinking about who the fuck could it be? Like maybe it's like a Easter egg or something. No.
oh, you were looking at it. Never mind. I was looking at something.
I was looking respectfully.
You said
No,
the back.
like-
I just,
There's you know how they always throw shit into the background, like the fucking onk behind Alark's head when him and Landon were talking, and that's like the Ankh of Life, which is like revival, and then now they have Prometheus, and then maybe Pandora, and then the sarcophagus, and then Vardamus is talking about Egypt and the pyramids, and now there's a fucking drink of the day, which is corpse revival, and there's an urn that animates spirits, and like it's all fucking connected. Landon is coming back. They're just obviously taking their time doing it because Hope has to go through this whole journey of whatever it is that she's going through, and Landon needs to figure out his own things, and
and before Handon's complain or whatever the case may be about when Handon reunion is going to happen, Hope has now entered another stage of why she wants to turn her humanity off. First, it was Landon, killing Landon, obviously, but now she has done some savage shit. She's basically beat up Alaric, trashed the whole school as she should, kicked Josie through the door, and also killed Lizzie. So now not only does she have Landon on her mind, she also has what she did in the past, what she has done now. So it's going to be making her do more things to distract herself. So we're definitely not going to be seeing her rush to get her humanity anytime soon.
There is a reason why they are avoiding Handon as much as possible right now, and it's because when it happens or when it comes back, it's going to be like amazing. I don't even think we're going to be able to speak that episode. Like the next few episodes, I'm pretty sure the next few episodes are Hizzy centered, and then Lizzie gets sent home at the end of episode 12. I'm almost positive. Then we're going to start on Hope's journey, trying to figure out other things on her own past that. And then obviously we don't really know, like we got the titles for some of the episodes, so we have some theories on those, but like I'm almost positive from those pictures that Lizzie goes home in 12, and then so we'll start the new journey. But we also know that Landon's getting wishes, so
so do you think she's gonna wish? She's gonna wish, like, because the scenery looks like Jet. I mean, not Jet. Like it's where Wade is at. I feel like they're gonna make a wish to see somebody, and it's gonna be a waste. I feel like Landon's gonna be like, I wish, to see. I know the fuck Landon when I say he wished to see Wade.
No. What if he like wishes for someone to see him or someone to hear him? And because Wade's a fairy, he operates on different levels because he was able to see the Quarine when no one else could.
Yeah, true.
next week's episode, isn't it next week's episode of Follow the Sound of My Voice or something?
Yeah.
Oh, we will be the horror one, so they're gonna be talking about the yelling and screaming.
I think, but it's also the truth where the monsters like trying to find telling everyone's secrets and
the school is but why are now we know why the monsters are coming because of Ben, and then Cleo made that like bracelet,
and the school doesn't know. The school doesn't know that Ben is a god, a demigod, right? Or Prometheus.
I think it's just MG, Jed, and Cleo.
Because there's something a secret. Like they say, like because of the monster, Jed's gonna say something.
On a tangent. I just found the episode for way less gigabytes than what I recorded, but continue. What did you
I just want to point out now that we're talking. Did we kind of talk about the promo? What's in the promo?
No. I mean, we said that it was. Well, I said it was giving nothing, but.
I just want to point out my baby's back next week.
Oh my God! Wait. Can we talk? Not really that much to talk about. Can we talk about how we didn't see Finch and we heard that Finch was sad and depressed? Oh, my Finchy heart.
That must have been when I was trying to figure out what the fucking riddle was, because I didn't hear that.
It was when what was it, Cleo and Energy working the hallway, and he was doing the like, Finch is depressed.
Oh, baby, that's so sad.
But she's in
Right, I
next
was like-
episode, so
Okay, can we talk about how Cleo is the fucking leader?
Yeah.
as she should.
MG fucking realized that he couldn't be. When he said that thing about Ethan, I was like, you are a fucking hypocrite.
Yep.
And then at the end, he was just like, he realized that he's a hypocrite and that he can't be a leader, and Cleo was much better. And it was just like, thank fucking God that you finally
Yeah, I mean,
realized.
but the thing is that like with Cleo, obviously she should be a leader because she could think of things off the spot. She has inspiration.
She's lived for thousands of years.
Yeah, like she immediately knew how to fix it. While she's over here trying to figure out a solution to Ben instead of trying to find the monster. While MG goes out to the monster and almost gets killed.
Okay, is Ethan really part fucking porcupine?
Oh my god, I'm right.
Yeah, what is that now?
You didn't hear
What
that?
is that now?
Because
Yeah,
he was
I
telling.
know. I heard
because
you
he was
say it, but like,
teleporting.
why would you do that?
He's a because we wanted to know what he was. He's a forest sprite.
Oh yes, him. Okay, never mind. I thought okay. I thought they meant like Caleb and him, but it's just him.
No. Ethan.
Fucking
So
porcupine.
So Ethan is a forest sprite. He's a fucking porcupine. Does that mean he's gonna be able to shoot quills? Like if Caleb has wings and can breathe fire,
Guys,
Where's he gonna shoot it from?
guys,
what?
guys,
It's bloody, huh?
guys.
What?
Yeah.
This is our fucking comfort show.
No, I mean, Bestie, we've
We're
been talking about
gods.
with Santa Claus.
We're
You never
we're God's pet porcupines.
right, and they got a porcupine pet, yo. One thing Legacy wasn't going to
I
do.
swear, I thought Cleo was gonna put like a fucking blanket over this bitch.
Listen,
I was like,
hey,
They
they
were
do it.
playing with it.
Oh, is that the school mascot now, though? No, but of all of
No.
the fucking creatures, we thought Ethan could be, and he's a fucking porcupine.
Listen, that means that Malfoy ate a god monster then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, but-
where's it?
Okay, but watch him like shoot fucking quills out of his wrists like fucking
Booty.
Superman or something.
Or like fucking Sabertooth. What's a Sabertooth?
Yeah.
Whatever. Actually,
Or Wolverine. He had something that come out of
Yeah.
his knuckles. He just
like yeah, right. Like he's like, get over here. No, okay. But can I just? That one thing Legacy was not going to do. It wasn't with the fucking monsters away. How do you bring up something else to bring more monsters? You can let them bitches be. They said Malvor's gone, but Ben got monsters too. Like, goddamn!
well, because we need an origin of if we need the origin
Yeah,
of
true.
Malibor, but then we
We
also
could have got that without one coming. We got a damn porcupine beating on the floor.
you get to see your bestie Elvis.
Oh,
No.
Elvis,
No,
that's where
no!
Elvis is there. Elvis
What's
is
that man? Get him
Elvis
out!
is here. So the next few episodes is going to be in that fucking bar, and that's where Elvis.
Oh my god! We can somebody free Landon, please. We moved from one location to a fucking bar.
In the words of Jennifer, poor Arya.
Okay,
I
so
swear to
why
God,
does
our-
fucking Ted and Alark need to come back? They both lived
If
well.
Elvis,
They should use
if
their wisdom,
Elvis
Landon.
comes to the bar and sits next to them and talk, I'm gonna leave the fucking recording studio. And I'm gonna fucking walk past this for action. I swear to God. If he's like, hey, you baby, I'm going to leave the room. I swear to God. Kid you not, if he's like, I mean, the genie ain't a chef. But if he said something about some fried peanut butter and banana sandwich, I would have been gone. I'm gone. Where Naj go? She has left the planet. She's on Pluto right now because you played yourself. Landon left that crate with the clowns to go to a bar for 5 more episodes. I cannot be free. I already was mad that Landon gave his coins to Ted. We find out they gave him all the coins. All the coins. All the coins. You couldn't even say it 3. How you gonna pay for the drink? Don't the drink is 3 coins?
How were they paying for the wishes?
How exactly? With what money? You gonna go rob the ferryman?
Like the genie's just gonna hand over wishes.
Right, because you got a riddle from the Sphinx. The Sphinx ain't fucking messing with the genie.
Abla or whatever wanted something from Lizzie in order for her wishes. She wanted her to wish her free, or to wish her, or give her the urn. Sorry, Abla
Do
wanted
you
to earn.
think? But the fact is, I know the fuck the Sphinx did not need a whole ass 3 jars of coins. Bitch, how many sins did you do? Cause there's no way. Would you go buy a super snack? There's no reason you need 3 jars.
No, I
Going
bet
back on-
we'll see the Sphinx at the bar with like fucking drinks.
Well, going
Right.
back on-
You're gonna be at the bar getting tipsy. Probably tipping Elvis.
What about what?
That's what Elvis doing? Is that what Elvis doing? Singing for tips?
What if the payment's a song from Elvis?
No, Belle better be careful.
Guys, she's gonna fall asleep. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're gonna kill me on purpose.
What if Ash is at the bar? Or Ash is in limbo?
Okay, there's only so much gayness I can handle an episode, okay?
Okay, no, because Ben and Jed, no, they actually distracted me the whole episode. Like, Heretic Lizzie was already like, I was already spiraling, and then they were so gay.
Or what if Ash is or Jed is a descendant from Ash? Like his sister's
Oh, he's keeping in the bloodline, I guess.
Because like what if there's a connection there somehow? Because they didn't bring up Ash for no reason. They gave him a name.
Yeah, especially.
Well, I was trying to point towards the whole thing is the greatest destroyer of all is love. Because of Ash's death,
He released magic to
why Ben is where he is right now.
Yeah. So maybe Ash can't move to peace because of that.
You know,
Maybe he feels responsible for that.
when Ben was telling his story, I immediately thought of Handon.
Who was looking at that fireplace?
Because Ben,
What?
Oh, not the fireplace.
Ben had to give up. He sacrificed for the love of his life, and the love of his life died.
Yeah.
305, the fireplace.
Yeah. When Luctus came in and he's like, we could do this together. She's like, she's like, let me go. And he's just like, you first. No, but did Ben and Ash's story not remind you of Handon though?
No, it just, you know, when he was crying over top of him, what did that remind me of? Oh, there was something that reminded me of a Handon scene that reminded me of that.
Like, I don't know. It's just the fact that Ben was doing anything he could to get Ash back, which is what Hope would do for Landon, and then literally became a god, bringing magic back, thinking it would bring him back, and he was dead. Like,
Possibly foreshadowed, but actually working in Handon's favor.
so maybe Ben could help Hope figure out how to get Landon.
The light also kind of paralleled Landon in 301 too.
Don't.
When Ben went up to whatever, and then landed in the graveyard, and he had the white light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad though because I was having a good day until I said Elvis.
We were, you know, the thing is like we were expecting a little bit of Hannah Crumbs, and I guess we kind of did, like in an offhand kind of way.
I mean, I'm satisfied with
It was a good episode.
the confirmation. Because I've been saying this just since season 2 ended. I was saying that the greatest destroyer of all is love is Handon, and it was confirmation, which means that finally we got confirmation that the riddle is done.
And
Or at
you
least
know what?
that part.
Landon literally is fighting to get back to Hope.
Yeah, so technically, I don't care how long it takes.
No,
You know what? I've accepted fate that if it takes a long time, it's gonna take a long time because one thing they're not gonna let us down with, the reunions always serve.
But the key thing was was an indication. The key itself, because Klaus was not a sore point for Hope anymore, because that's the first key she took. The only key she avoided was Landon until she couldn't avoid it anymore. That's obviously shows you what her sore spot is. That was Brett saying, look, this is exactly what this is why we haven't mentioned him. This is why he's not part, like Hope obviously is not thinking about him right now, because that's the thing that hurts her the most. Humanity on or off. So yeah, she's been reckless, is exactly what she said to Lizzie. And yeah, it'll be good for having to have someone watch her back, but that's because Hope doesn't want to have time to think about anything. That's why having Aurora there is good for Hope, because it gives her something to focus her energy on.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, like, well, I said the same thing. I was saying that, yeah, like, I think she's happy that these minor things are happening because she can distract herself from thinking about Landon.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like I said, if Lizzie never came into with her, she would have been having to face her own reality, which is Landon. If she didn't come back for the weapons and everybody didn't make a talent show, she was distracted until Landon got mentioned. Then she wanted to leave.
Yeah.
So, like, she's convinced, and then, now since Aurora has a problem with her, she's like, okay, well, now I can focus my attention on Aurora. Jen coming along, even better. So it's like she has a bucket list of things to achieve, so she doesn't have to face the fact that Landon is gone. And if anything, she hasn't even thought about the fact that he could possibly be alive. Like, she doesn't even want to think about that. But yeah, I think that's what she's doing. She's obviously distracting herself, and it's going to take a while. And I feel like even if Landon is back, he's not going to be back to her. Because if y'all, like, Iz was talking about how she didn't want, like, Landon to automatically, like, be with Hope, like, find her automatically. So we may still be seeing him, even though he's back on the plane, he might still be trying to get his way to her. Because I feel like she'll be in denial that he's alive. She haven't even thought about that. And plus, with, like, the recent filming things, I don't know. And the titles is...
The new titles that got released today.
Yeah, do you want to talk about new titles?
Yeah, let's talk about the titles. Let's talk about promo first, and then we'll talk about...
One second. I want to talk about this briefly because going back on, I think it was Robyn's theory about the Sphinx. Vardamus was talking about the pyramids.
Yeah.
Could Jen be an Egyptian god?
Well, we thought that Ben originally was an Egyptian god, which is them bringing the pyramids was like, okay, that would make sense.
But once again, she could be an Egyptian god. But Vardamus said that the art on the casket was from several gods' cultures. So it's not just, we can't, like, every god probably not specific.
No, I think could Jen be the one that was serving, that the Sphinx was serving? Because remember...
Oh, yes, that's possible. It could be, yeah. Like, because they did say, like, myths, they start somewhere, right? And we know that if you think, like, the Greek... Well, okay, I think the Egyptian gods came first before the Greek gods, but there's a lot of similarities between them. So, like, they all have, like, the same gods but in different names. Like, it's, like Zeus and his counterpart, his Egyptian counterpart. So, like...
Anubis, anyone? No.
There's a Sphinx in the Greek mythology, but there's also a Sphinx in the Egyptian mythology. So, like, it's very, like, hand in hand almost. So yeah, definitely he could have been working for Jen. So yeah, let's talk about the promo.
I literally don't even remember the promo. I gotta download it.
There was a scene. I don't know. The kid. There was the scene that when the kid, right after the kid said something, it pans to Lizzie. It pans across. After it goes to Lizzie, it goes to
Hope.
It goes to Hope, and it seems
Hope
like
face looks red.
Yeah, her face.
But maybe it's due to the cold. Well, matter of fact, no.
Because, like, it moved her. Something moved.
It looked. Well, I ain't gonna give you nothing because ain't even spraying it out. Her face looks. I mean, her nose kind of looked weird, but I feel like she probably just like.
It was always because this could be cold, but like.
And then she lifts her head up, so she probably was like.
But like, she moved. Like, her facial expressions changed in that scene.
I mean,
I don't know what scene it is, what could happen, but it changed.
Okay, wait. Do facial expressions dictate humanity being on and off? I thought it was just.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe it's just her just doing facial expressions because she makes a lot of facial expressions with and without her humanity. I guess caring, you mean, for the girl, feeling that type
Yeah,
of emotion.
or maybe she would be just like, I got another thing on my plate, but it didn't seem like that in the promo, at least.
And then we have Caleb. I mean, we have Cleo and Jed now.
It almost looked like she was relating to what was.
Yeah, like more so like, understandable. But and then we have Jed and Cleo.
I can't wait. I can't. I feel almost as excited as I was for like the campy horror slasher film episode. I'm excited for this because I'm fucking weird and love horror things. It's like a comfort for me. So
yeah, the chainsaw guy. Like, is that like? I guess maybe
It's
they'll
a creepy
have
carnival.
some free time.
It
Maybe
is
they'll
a
have
creepy
free time
carnival.
and go part of.
it's a Chainsaw Massacre.
And it just came out on Netflix. I feel like they're probably just gonna go into one of those little like scary haunted things. And then Landon, it will pan to Landon being in limbo with all this.
Yeah, but we so badly wanted a carnival with Handon, but you know what?
This is my comfort character.
This is our comfort show.
My comfort character is in limbo.
With Elvis, Ted, and Alaric.
When I'm done the show, I'm going to tell my kids, hey, I watched the show where my son was never on fucking Earth for 50% of the fucking show. Cool.
Naj, your kid will be able to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, and actually watch it. Future kid, can you see how I feel? Yeah. I hope you watched the episode before you came here.
No, future kid, this is why your name is Landon.
Oh, yes. Or middle name, at least. I'm going to put Landon in some fucking way. But, yeah, let's get to the titles.
Okay, yeah, let's get to the titles. Do you guys have
Jolly.
Is this
we knew that the March 31st one, I mean, that's
is this the monster you saw was the last one we got before today?
Yeah, it was the monster was this the monster you saw, which is the March 31st one. I'm hoping that's, I mean, and now knowing Ben, and it ain't gonna be Landon in his flash in his trauma in the prison world. I've accepted the fate that I'm never gonna get that shit. Landon in the prison world is gonna be a big ass question mark for eternity, y'all. So the monster may be something related to Ben, but if Ben has the bracelet to stop the monsters, then what monsters will be coming? Unless he ends up losing the bracelet at some point.
Yeah,
it could be a god thing.
Could be, or my lost dreams of Landon getting whatever. Then the one is, and then I guess we have the one from April 7th, which is the only way out is through. Through what?
Which is a Robert Frost poem.
Do you know what that was about? Or?
Well, I imagine that is in relation to Hope's humanity, because the only way out of your emotions is to go through your emotions. You can't escape your emotions. You have to feel them in order to get through them. I'm pretty fucking sure I wrote that in the story somewhere.
Oh.
I'm almost positive. You have to feel your emotions to get through them. Like, you can't just hide them or like push them away, because they're always going to be there. And obviously that's what Hope is doing, is shut off her humanity so she doesn't have to feel those emotions. But she's never going to get her humanity back unless she feels those emotions, which means she has to actually go through those emotions. But it also, because the only way out is through, to me, reminds me of another Chambre de Chasse, where she actually has to go through the memories in order to get to the other side.
And the fact that they brought that up, going to be definitely used.
They see, today's episode with the Chambre de Chasse is I think kind of like a starter kit. Like, okay, this is what it is, this is what it does, so that when we get into it in a couple of episodes, there's no like, oh, what the fuck is happening? They've already explained it, so it's like a teaser. Like,
or a refresher for people who might not remember.
It's a basically. Okay, what is 15?
15 is everything that can be lost may be found.
Landon. Memories, humanity. It's like a 3-story arc, I'm pretty sure. 14, 15, and 16 are going to be like Hope's episodes.
Yeah, Landon finding his way to Hope.
Hope finding her way to Landon.
Or one of them. 16 is I wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for you.
Landon.
Landon. 100.
This, I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. I swear to God. Ooh, when I get a hand in back, I'm not gonna stop talking about it. I'm not gonna stop talking about it. Episode 17 is Into the Woods, which
Okay, hello Buffy episode again. Because
how
I was made to
how
love
many things
you.
did we get this season?
I
Like,
was made to love you was a fucking Buffy title, and now Into the Woods is a fucking Buffy title. Now, I was made to love you didn't exactly match what happened about. I mean, really at all. So whatever, that's fine. You haven't seen that episode yet, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But no, you haven't seen that episode yet. But Into the Woods, you have seen.
yeah, and it's not in any way, shape, or form what I'm going to be thinking that it is for. At least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay, if we're okay. I don't know if it's one. I mean, well, Into the Woods, spoiler version, if you want to mute yourself. Into the Woods for Buffy, is mostly about somebody spilling it. I really can't. How can you numb it down, Robyn? Because I was gonna say that it's more so it was about blood and drinking, and somebody being shocked to see that this is happening.
Being a hypocrite.
Yeah, a hypocrite, angst.
And then someone finally realizing that the feelings they have will never be returned and they leave.
Yeah. So unless I'm getting a blood drinking scene, and I feel like at some point Landon and Hope will already be together, so there's no so it's not like Landon's walking in on Hope either drinking from somebody, well maybe, or I mean I don't think that's gonna be the case, or him walking to see how she is with no humanity. I don't think that's the case. It's probably already going to be resolved.
You want to know what's funny? Is the way that Cleo was like, Caleb's my boyfriend and I miss, and she brushed that aside so fucking fast. There was no emotion in her voice, no nothing.
It wasn't giving the buzz. It wasn't getting, I think I said something about that.
And I miss him. And it was just like, and then someone else, Jed or blah, 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 whatever. And it was like, yeah, okay. I can really tell that there's passion in that relationship.
Yeah, I completely, I think I said something about that line because it sounded so underwhelming.
Yeah.
Because, like, was it a time jump? No.
Is this back? You're back, right? Or is she still muted? Okay. I didn't know if you were still muted.
Yeah, like, was it a time jump? Because it was only one damn day. Was it not?
I think it was.
It was one day.
The same day.
That was one day.
So
it was one day. Jed said it was one day.
Yeah, it was one day. So why is Cleo making it seem like Josie leaving was like a whole damn week ago? Like, I know that you can miss somebody, but that damn fast took like only a few hours.
Okay, but Caleb left, and Cleo isn't crying or she's like trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, while Finch
Josie left, and Finch is depressed.
She's depressed, and like even with MG, like he's not really dating Lizzie, and he still cares. He's still gonna try to find her. Cleo was just like, I'm gonna go distract myself and figure out what's wrong with Ben. I don't listen.
But the fact that Lizzie can fool MG so easily.
The fact that she even said it, she's like, I'm able to manipulate him with all costs.
Okay, but Vardamus saying to Lizzie, Hope is in a really dark place right now, and saying like you have so much good in you, and almost like telling him that like you need to watch or telling her that she needs to watch over Hope because someone will because Hope isn't. So Vardamus was almost telling Lizzie to like, you know what, she doesn't have anyone looking after her right now, and she needs that.
Yeah.
Because
like, and the fact is that he don't even know. He didn't ask why she became a triber. He didn't ask her why she turned her humanity off. He just knew that if anything happened, it was because she was in a dark place.
Yeah.
While some people, how did this man who haven't seen Hope in a while figure that out compared to people that seen her every fucking day is beyond me. Automatically. He's like, listen, she needs somebody to help her at this moment. While these dickheads is like, oh, let me just try to force her humanity on. Not like I'm not asking why it happened.
When it's been explicitly said multiple times by Hope.
I have to leave.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to see what's gonna happen. Like, this episode was so good, and season 4 has just gotten so fucking good. And like, even without Handon, like, people are like, oh, without Handon, you just hate the show. That's not true.
Yeah.
This is a really good episode. This is a really good example. We love this episode. I love the Hizzy part of it. Do I agree with some things? Probably with the same as other people do? Probably not. But that's the thing about being an individual and having an opinion, right? As long as you're respectful about it, it doesn't matter. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. I'm excited to see where the journey is going. I'm excited for that Handon reunion because we know we're getting it.
Yeah, we're gonna get it at some point.
So, yeah.
Should we do our MVP and favorite scene?
I forgot.
Oh.
It's been so fucking long that we haven't done that before.
Oh my god,
I look forward to this every episode.
Okay.
MVP for this week's episode for me it's Ben. I loved the Ben stuff this episode, so I'm gonna have to go with him. But my favorite scene,
It is.
I don't know. Maybe the ending with Ben and Jed. Are we surprised with Danielle this season or this episode? Oh my god, they already have me on a chokehold. It's not even okay. Let's go, Naj.
For me, my MVP is Jed. My MVP is Jed because in this season, you can see the growth for him because he even mentioned in season 1 that like he used to be a bully and how like any new character came or any new student, he would like basically bully them. And now seeing how he gave someone a chance and listened to their story and tried to find a way to, if he should or should not be at the school, I'm just happy to see the whole growth compared to last time where he beat Landon to death. But also just how, even though, MG was possibly at risk, Cleo was possibly at risk, anybody at school was possibly at risk, he still remained calm and listened to Ben's story. And I thought that was like totally, we can definitely see the growth compared to season 1 and now. My favorite scene, I have to agree with is definitely the bear scene at the end. I don't know. Like, it's kind of cool because I love Greek mythology, gods and like Egyptian gods. So seeing something that I used to be obsessed with since like middle school be included into one of my comfort shows, and then having it be like be a bonding point between two characters, and the tension and the glares. Whew. Jen, I see right through you. I know who you are.
I wonder if they had a chemistry read.
I wonder. No, because even the scene before then, like when they were when he left the first time, like when he's like, I have to go. Even then, that was so tense because he walked up, he got closer to Jed, and I was like, yeah. Anyway.
All I'm saying is I'm not gonna put myself into a deep hole because I'm still waiting for Danielle and Arya's chemistry read. So,
or is the 8-hour,
or the fact that Kaylee and Courtney had one too.
We're not getting that at all until like 10 years after the season ends.
Well, hold on, Kaylee and him had one too.
Where did it come out for?
Wait, who?
Kaylee and Courtney.
Oh, Courtney. Okay.
They had one over Zoom, and they let them talk for like 30 minutes beforehand.
Through Zoom, and you can see it through Zoom? Yeah.
That shit was probably recorded too, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. My MVP is Lizzie. Because she was just too fucking relatable, and I was laughing my ass off. Like when she first drank Vardamus's blood, and then you could see her like stretching her mouth and stuff like that. And then she was just like that's a lot grosser than, And then she was just like, look at my fangs. Okay, she reminded me of like a kid. She's like, look what I can do. Look at my fangs. And she's just like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
So fucking adorable. Like she was just Did you know her when she vamp speed for the first time and she crashed into the door?
I thought she zoomed through her.
Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was like she moved so fast that like she like zoomed past her, but she literally did not.
I'm sorry.
I was like,
That Lizzie as a vampire is me as a vampire, because like that would just be, she's not graceful, she's not, like, she's just so fucking relatable. All of these other vampires just like have it together, you know, they just know what to do. I mean, Cammy struggled a little bit in the originals, but like nothing compared to what Lizzie struggled with. And I like the fact that her emotions are heightened, but because her emotions were already heightened as a human, I love that they kind of tied that in there. So like, yeah, definitely Lizzie MVP. My favorite scene is when Hope realized that she could basically make Lizzie do anything she wanted, and she made her hop on one foot. I lost it.
Fucking hilarious.
It's just like, can I at least stop hopping on one foot? Just any of the scenes with Hope making, she's like, shut up, answer him. Like, any of the scenes with Hope making her do anything is just, you know,
the fact that she had her hopping though is
right. She's like, gotta stop hopping like a bunny, you know. So, I mean, like, I'm so excited for their dynamic. I love their dynamic. This is so much fun. The fact that Hope can basically make her do anything just throws another like fun thing into their friendship. And I just like, I'm so excited. And that was just so funny. And so that was my favorite scene, is when Hope was telling her to do things, especially when hopping on one foot.
I'm okay, honestly, like, even though we kind of talked about it, I'm excited to see Jen though, because Jen is kind of,
She's
like,
mysterious.
Yeah.
she's mysterious, and I do think, I mean, it would be cool if she, like, do you think she'll say a villain? Like, I think she'll probably like, you know, her and
She's a
Finch
reoccurring
can-
character. Like, you know, like Wade, like even Finch, because she's a reoccurring. So she might end up being at the school, and, you know, will she be a love interest for anyone, or like, who knows? Anyways,
Is it my turn?
yes.
I would have to say my MVP would be Ben, because like we got so much of his storyline, his background. We learn about Ash, and we learn about monsters, and just further add more to the plot and further develop the plot for future episodes. Also, not to mention the chemistry between him and Jen.
Oh my god, they're annoying because
No, Ben and Zane have really good chemistry. That's all I'm gonna
They
say.
do.
That's all I'm gonna
The
say.
stare at the end was just all right.
Yeah, I mean,
Levin knew what he was doing when he told me I was gonna enjoy that storyline this season. I
He's talking
see
about-
what you did there.
he's talking about me. He's talking about me too, because they ate. Go ahead and say your fave scene so I can, you know, Betsy, so I can talk about that scene. I mean, Ben.
Well, my favorite scene is actually when Lizzie first transitioned,
Oh, that scene was better.
because like when she cut Vardamus's neck and drank the blood, and then her reaction afterwards, it's just like, oh my god, look at my fangs, and then she's also like, ew, gross.
Right? She bit her arm.
Jenny Boyd as a vampire.
When she
And
bit
she's
her
been
arm,
wanting this for so freaking long.
yeah, she bit her arm, and she was like, ow, they make it look so easy.
That
she was like, and she
cracked me
But
up.
when she hit her head, she's like, "Oh, that's so embarrassing. Just ignore that." I was like, "Please get me out of here."
Like, I'm new at this.
Like, yeah, she's like, "I'm a newbie. Don't mind me." But yeah, like for me, like I really liked it. I like Ben character. I feel like I'm happy that like he's getting encouraged for doing something so selfless. Like he wasn't doing it for his own personal gain. He was doing it to help, you know, somebody that he cared about, and then also try to help contribute to like help the humans. So, you know, I feel like honestly, good as, you know, him and Jed became like my second favorite couple. out of everything, so far. They eating. They second number 2. I might just mess around, make some edits tonight. So. Okay, so that was our season 4, episode 10 review / discussion of Legacies. As you can see,
So
we're
good to be
happy.
back, guys.
It's good to be back, and we can't wait to see the next
Legacies.
episode. This season is so promising because once again, you can't say that Hope doesn't have a storyline because she has one. Sadly, my son doesn't. But Landon, you'll get your turn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, I was going to say that their Legacies is going to be on a break the 17th.
yes.
17th and the 24th.
21st.
No, the 24th.
21st of April.
The
Because the
24th. It's the 17th and the 24th of March.
Oh, March. You're talking about March, right?
Yeah. No, April. No, I'm not even. We're just March. But we missed
Yeah,
this episode this week because her Wi-Fi hates us.
hates us.
She wasn't able to join us. She will be here next week, but won't be here next week. So,
I don't want to listen. Me agreeing to have to work on a Thursday because I love my boss. Listen.
Big mistake. But until next time, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Handon / Legacy review and podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Handon weekly podcast content. Our streaming platforms will be linked, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, so you can listen to it while you're walking, jogging, sleeping, meditating. And our Twitter and, social medias will be linked, so you can check us up on Instagram, Twitter, and also and our reactions will be up at some point between tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, if you want to watch our reactions. Until next time, guys.
bye, guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Handon Weekly is back. Yee.